This was a suicidal safety. Sent the cue ball to the cushion and front seat onto the black by the pocket. The idea was to force his opponent into knocking the black into the pocket. Such a plan might seem unrealistic, but already behind in the Snooker's queen situation, Mark King had no choice left. This near-mad defensive shot was his only chance to turn the match around, and in the end, he actually pulled it off. Though extremely risky, it certainly caused Hawkins plenty of trouble. With the black perched over the pocket, it could go in off at any moment. In such a situation, trying to roll the cue ball away was nearly impossible. The safest option was to stick the cue ball onto the pink, but the downside of that was obvious. Mark King could then push the cue ball further away again. After some thought, Hawkins eventually chose to stick the cue ball onto the pink. He knew very well what the consequences would be, but there really wasn't a better option, and indeed, that was the case. King came back and rolled the cue ball away, choosing to play to the left side. That made the stick shot extremely dangerous. Now with all three balls lined up in a straight line, a tiny misjudgment could send the black in off. Hawkins realized this as well, so he chose to use the cushion to swerve onto the pink, and he actually managed to pull it off. But the referee immediately called a foul. Hawkins clearly didn't know why. The replay showed clearly that the cue ball had struck the black first. Mark King clawed back 7 points, for a position with no obstruction at all. Such a shot was almost impossible to achieve. Many fans may not be very familiar with Mark King. Since turning professional, his best result had only been reaching the ranking final. But in this final against Hawkins, Mark King finally captured the first ranking title of his career. At that point, he had already been on tour for 25 long years.